And now on the bandwagon, we brought Adam Nowak in today. And of course, we're going to talk a little OFSAA basketball with the OFSAA media coordinator himself. So Adam, to start things off, what makes OFSAA so special?
It's the pinnacle of any high school athlete's career. Only 2% of high school athletes actually get a chance to go to OFSAA, and it's like the NCAA big dance. You got to qualify for it, and it's just the pinnacle of high school sports. And it's just so exciting for this to be in our backyard.
And who's going to be there? Who would you say are the big teams in this tournament?
So we've got 20 teams coming in. Obviously, Fellows has a bye being the host. There's 2 reps coming from Ottawa, and then from everywhere else across the province. Now, qualifying happens this week, so we won't know the total draw till middle of next week, but we've got a team from Thunder Bay guaranteed to be coming, so they'll be flying down, which is kind of cool. Looks like Kapuskasing will be coming down. Crescent School, private school in Toronto, looks to be a top 3 seed as long as they survive their kind of preliminaries. And then LaSalle from Kingston. Again, they got to survive their preliminaries, but they had a huge win over Frontenac in Kingston yesterday on Family Day. So it looks like they should be a top 3 seed. And then the winner of St. Teresa's Belleville or Adam Scott Peterborough should also be a contender. But it's just so exciting. You don't know. Do we have some potential NBA players in this draft, in this draw? Andrew Wiggins played OFSAA. Jamal McGlure played OFSAA. Lennox Lewis, Olympic boxing champion, was the 6th man for a school in Kitchener. I guess that would have been in the 80s. He played at OFSAA. So you just don't know. These are some of the guys you might be seeing on TV. So, you got to come out and watch. It's going to be so exciting.
And how has this Fellows Falcons team become a powerhouse in basketball?
I think it's down to one guy. It's Pat Childerhose. He has done an unbelievable job. His blood, sweat, and tears have gone into building this program. He spends time in the summer taking kids. He took a group of kids up to Timmins for a camp. He spent time at the University of Windsor this summer learning. And he's taken his bumps. He went up with his junior team, and there were games where they got blown out. But now he can compete with these Kingston schools, and that's very hard to do for a school like Fellows out of Pembroke. And this OFSAA is the next step to solidifying this program as a program, a top-notch program in the whole province. And this is the first time OFSAA basketball is coming to the Ottawa Valley. First time, and it is so exciting.
And so with it being in Pembroke and the Ottawa Valley, what's that mean to this community to be able to host this provincial championship?
Well, I think it puts basketball on the map. And basketball, as we talked about, it's growing in popularity, much like soccer. But one, we're going to see top-level basketball in our backyard. And 2, there's an economic boost to the community. A lot of hotels in March on a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday aren't going to be filled. All of a sudden, we got 20 teams coming in. They're going to be filled. Restaurants are going to be packed. So we see the economic benefit that Silver Stick brings every fall to Pembroke. So we're going to see a little bit of more of a boost here come March. So it's so exciting.
And where can people actually be checking out these games?
So games are happening at 3 sites. So there's 17 games at Fellows, 13 games at Valor in Petawawa, and 8 games at Opeongo in Douglas. And I think it's going to be hilarious to see some of those Toronto schools arrive at Opeongo and think, what is this? It's so awesome.
Tractors to school.
So we will, on Twitter, we'll have live events. That's follow us at OFSAA Basketball, or on Instagram at Basketball OFSAA. We're going to live stream every game. So if you head to the OFSAA website, just Google OFSAA Basketball AA. You can catch all the action there. Might not be the best play-by-play team in the world, but hopefully you can get a sense for what's going on. But better yet, come on down. It's $5 for a day pass to see some of the greatest basketball you'll ever see in the city of Pembroke.
And now there's lots of basketball tournaments out there. What makes OFSAA that much more special than your average regular tournament?
Well, you have to qualify for it, and in some regions it's almost impossible. In the Ottawa Valley, when we have to compete with Cornwall, Brockville, and Kingston, it's very tough. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get there. Plus, you have to qualify. At every other tournament, you can just kind of pay your entry fee and go. Here, you got to qualify. So it's almost like Selection Sunday, and you got the camera on the team, and will our team be called? And 2% of athletes in high school get a chance to go to OFSAA. So it's truly a very, very special event.
And in Canada, we've seen such an increase the last few years in popularity in basketball in every region, I think. What has boosted that for Canadians?
Well, you got to think it's the Raptors, and you got to think it's the Vince Carter effect, which is a new documentary coming out to the Toronto International Film Festival. But what Vince Carter did, and now we're to give a profile to basketball, and now you see, the Andrew Wiggins, the Tristan Thompsons, the Jamal Murrays, they all grew up watching Vince Carter, and now, they're going to be all-stars. Jamal Murray is going to be an all-star in 2 or 3 years. Our national team is on the cusp of doing something very, very special. Could we knock off the States? Probably not, but I think we could be a medal hopeful in the next Summer Olympics.
I mean, the kids just did it, though, last year, which is a big step.
And RJ Barrett should be, who led that team in Egypt, should be the #1 pick in 2019. That's insane.
Yeah.
And he's the real deal.
And that'll be 3 Canadian #1s within 6 years.
That's right. So he's going to Duke, which I question that choice, but he should have went to Kentucky. Anyways, that Duke team's going to be scary next year, but even scarier is our national team in the next 5 years. It's going to be an incredible ride.
And so March 7th, right? The championship at 8 p.m., but March 5th, 6th, and 7th, all the action going on.
5th, 6th, and 7th. The consolation final goes 4 o'clock at Fellows on the Wednesday. Bronze medal game at 6 o'clock, and the gold medal game 8 o'clock. Let's pack the Falcons' nest and really show these athletes what Pembroke's all about and how Pembroke supports high school sports.
You don't want to miss it.